Hey there guys, this is Sorvesteon coming to you from Naval Action. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about my change of servers. So when I first started playing the game, I actually chose to go on PvP 2, which is a server for America. Just because, I had better ping. I'm actually over here playing. I'm actually over in South Korea, just kind of teaching English. So, for me, it didn't really matter which one. There wasn't exactly really an Asian time server, so whatever. So, anyways, I chose to go on American PvP 2 because it had better ping, and that's where I just kind of hung out and learned the game. I didn't join any clan. I just played solo, and for me that was fine. I was learning the game. It was really fun. But as I progressed, I really began to notice kind of the lack of a community on PvP 2. And that's because, essentially at this point right now, that server's dying. Like, a lot of the clans that are over there, a lot of people are actually beginning to transfer over to PvP 1, which is the EU server. And so, that's what I did too. I wanted to find a clan. I wanted to explore more of the social part of this game, since, it's an online game, right? So I decided to move over to PvP 1, the European server. And actually, at first, I really thought that I was going to be able to just kind of make a new character. My XP would start from 0. I'd be able to do missions again. I thought it would be a bit of a pain to have to level up, all the way from scratch. But, like I said, I wanted to explore the game more. Well, to my surprise, your XP, both your character XP and your crafting XP are tied to your account, not to a specific character. So when you make a character on a different server, you start out at the rank that you attained on whatever the first server you were on was. So in this case, I was a first lieutenant or a second lieutenant. I think I was a first lieutenant. And like, starting out on the new server, you don't get to take any of your gold with you. You don't get to take any items with you. You don't get to take anything else with you. You're just you're there with a basic cutter and 0 gold. And your missions are also, at the level of whatever your rank is. So in my case, here I was in a basic cutter with basically nothing and 0 gold, with only access to first lieutenant missions, which you would need a Mercury or a Snow or a Cerberus for. So that definitely wasn't going to work. So basically what I got stuck doing was I really just basically got stuck, hunting traders. Because they were, like, I could hunt traders in a basic cutter, and that was about all I could do, really. I mean, as a solo player. And so, to be honest, that's where finding a clan would be a lot more useful. You get a hand-me-down ship. So, anyways, I didn't know that, so I just decided to trade or grind for a little bit, and that was fine. But coming to PvP 1 also presented another challenge, and that was, this is a much more populated server, and it's a much more PvP-orientated server because there's so many more people. So even in the beginning zone, there was PvP everywhere. And I think, on my first day, I got ganked. I got ganked by someone in a Ramune, and I was in a Snow. So, I had more than one durability on the ship, so it wasn't really that big of an issue. And I mean, it was just a Snow, and I was just running a mission, so not really that big of an issue. But still, that's that was a big change for me, anyways. You know, coming over to a server or coming from an environment like I was on PvP2, but it was essentially a PvE server, and coming over to PvP1 was a big adjustment that I just, you know, I thought it would be a bit more. Ooh. Oh, there goes his front. What's this NPC doing? Anyways, so, you know, it was a big adjustment. It was nothing like what I expected, you know, being new to the game. And it was a little bit hard, you know, because I started, you know, I joined the British side again, because I like British, and I was, you know, around the Port Royal area, and that area was being visited quite frequently by pirates and by I think it was the Dutch or something like that. Anyways, so, you know, that was quite difficult to kind of get used to. I ended up actually going down to Bone Clay into the shallow water area, and that was all right. Like, there I could basically trader grind, and as I got up, I actually started being able to do missions again. After I could afford a snow again. And, you know, but it took a while. Like, I think it took me about a week to, or maybe not a week, but like, you know, the better part of a couple days of playing just to be able to get enough money, you know, to get back into a decent ship. And so that was a bit of a harsh adjustment. So, you know, if you're on PvP2 and you're gonna transfer over to PvP1, you know, just be aware of that. That, you know, that's gonna be something difficult that you're gonna face. I mean, the only reason I did it is because the game's in alpha, and, you know, the game's lost a large significant of its population. Like, it was, I think it had like over 5,000 players at one point, and now it's dropped down to something like 3,000 or something like that. So, you know, there's just, you know, PvP1 is the only place that really has any significant community really anymore, and the other servers well, as I've experienced and as I know, they're just tending to die. And so by the time, you know, this goes into beta, there probably won't be anyone else on the other servers. So, you know, if you haven't started playing the game and you're just looking to get into it, I would definitely make a character on PvP1, the EU server. Because, again, that's, you know, going to offer you, you know, more PvP and more, you know, options for community. So, you know, after I got onto the server and I got myself into a snow, and I think I was actually, no, after I got to myself out of a snow, and I got to myself into a Cerberus. I had managed to get a really good deal on a Cerberus, which was really nice. It was a really nice welcome break. And so, after getting a really good deal on a Cerberus, I decided, you know, it was time to go deeper because I couldn't stay in Bone Cay because that's a shallow water port. And I couldn't... So anyways, I decided to head over to Sant Nilus. And at that point, that's when I decided, hey, you know what, I'm in a Cerberus. I think it's about time, you know, I start getting more into the social aspect of this game. And so I decided to go join a clan, and as you can see, I've joined the AUSEZ clan, the Aussie clan, or the Aussie British clan, since, you know, that's closest to my time zone. And, you know, I really have to say that, you know, getting into a community in this game, I think is going to be really important to having fun in this game. This is really not a game where, you know, you can just be, or you're going to have a lot of fun being just a solo player, just because there's really, like, at this point in the game, there's just not a lot of solo player content, or diversified content. It's pretty much all the same. Like, you basically can run missions, you can hunt traders, and you might be able to go and gank people. And that's about it. You don't get into, you're not really going to get into the big battles, and you're not going to get into the politics. I mean, you can get into crafting on your own, but, you know, the social dynamic, being in a corporation, being able to help each other, being able to talk about stuff, you know, being able to run missions together, you know, all this stuff, this just makes the game so, in my opinion, just so much more enjoyable. And, you know, I've really been enjoying being in a clan since it's really made the game way better for me. So that's, so I'm really, really happy with that. And the other thing, you know, that your clan is really going to be able to help you with, if they have a program for this, is, you know, they might be able to help provide you with ships. They might be able to help, you know, hand ships down that maybe just have one durability, that they've either, you know, that they've either, you know, been sunk on before, or that they've just, you know, captured out in the open world. And that's really going to save you a lot of money. I mean, as you start moving up, the ships start getting a lot more expensive, you know. And the downside is, you know, like with my Cerberus, you know, that I had bought and it had 5 durability, is if you lose any of that durability, you know, you really can't put it back out on the open market. And that means that, like, if you paid something like, let's say, 200,000 for your Cerberus, well, you're not gonna be able to put it on the market, and you're basically gonna be stuck kind of selling it for a grand total of, I don't know, maybe 50 or 40,000. So you're definitely not gonna get a return on that ship like what you were expecting before, or what you're used to. And what I found is that can be quite devastating, especially, you know, if you're getting into PvP and you're new to the game and you don't have a lot of resources and you don't have a lot of money, you know, and you're investing all your money into a single ship so that you can progress, you know, that's really going to be difficult. So, I mean, you could go with just cheaper ships, but I mean, you know, if you can get a hand-me-down ship from your clan, that's fantastic. Although I don't know if all clans really work that way, but like I said, you know, being in a community in this game is not only going to make it more interesting, but it's definitely going to help you. I mean, there's going to be people to help give you advice. There's going to be people to help mentor you, and to help you, you know, like, take advantage of the game and learn how to play, and how to, you know, make money in the game, and help present you opportunities like that. Like, even in my clan, there's opportunities where I can sell my materials or anything that I get from a mine to, you know, to my clan, and they have fixed rates. They also have a building program, and that's another great thing about being in a clan. If they have that sort of thing available, is, you know, that you have access to other people that can help you. And that's going to save you a lot of money in the long run, as well as, you know, give you people to enjoy, to talk about and enjoy the game with, to go do the larger port battles, to sail around doing PvP. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, this is a bit like EVE, and just sailing around by yourself is not going to be that fun, because most other people don't sail around by themselves looking for 1v1s. It's, you know, they're in expensive ships, sometimes, you know, if it's not a hand-me-down, and, you know, they don't want to lose them, and, you know, they're looking to maximize, you know, their damage. So they're just, you know, they're going to go out in groups, and so you're not going to be able to experience the higher level PvP, or really any serious PvP, unless you get into a clan. And so, you know, that's what I would really recommend. The other thing that I would really recommend that I wasn't actually really aware of when I first transferred servers was, you know, resource gathering, like through mines and stuff like that, through the crafting. I mean, it like, either at, you know, your capital city or in an outpost, you know, it only costs you like 10,000 to make a mine, or one of those things. And, you know, like, if you choose the right one, like if you're looking at the market and you see what's in demand, that can be another fantastic way to really make, you know, quite a bit of, well, not quite a bit of money. You can make quite a bit of money if you work it right. But, you know, I would say, like, you know, when you're transferring over to another server or just in general, that'd be something really good to get into. Yeah, so I mean, clans, I think, are going to be a very, very important key role in this game. Like, the game's still in alpha, and they are going to be making a lot of adjustments, but and they said they will be adding more content, but I think a lot of this content is going to be aimed at communities. It's going to be content aimed at, you know, large PvE battles. It's going to be content aimed for PvP and for port battles and stuff like that. I'm not sure really what they have in the mix or planned that they haven't already said on the forums, but I don't think this game is really going to really go the route of providing a really, you know, immersive solo player experience. You know, this is going to be very much a community-driven game, and, you know, you're going to have to be involved in a community if you really want to explore, you know, the entire game. And that's basically, you know, what I found out. But, you know, no pressure. I mean, I took my time getting into one, and that's fine. I've learned so much since I've been in one, you know, just by being able to talk to more experienced players, and it's been a lot more fun. So I'm really enjoying that. And I hope you enjoy it too when you get into Naval Action if you're not already. So I hope you enjoyed this my little rant about transferring servers and my little experience. I hope it's, well, the game's only in alpha, so we can only hope it's going to get better. You know, it's going to get better, and hopefully in the near future, transferring servers will not be nearly so painful as, you know, what I had to go through and what a lot of other people are going through right now. So anyways, this has been Sorvesteon coming from Naval Action with my experience on transferring servers and being in a clan. I'll be making lots more videos about Naval Action, so stay tuned and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and happy sailing.